their kill without even taking a little.
Tremendously just through their experience here at the Garena Masters Season 4.
And they're definitely a team that you would watch out for in the next tournaments to come, because for sure they are going to continue to improve and improve and improve. But right now, back to the game. We are in Search and Destroy Summit, and we are going to be down to a 3v2 situation in favor of the Broke Boys here, AJ.
And let's see exactly how this S&D matchup is going to line up here for West Point Mamba Lowkings after they've lost 4 players. But it's PJ. And you know, he may not be the clutch king, but he knows a couple of clutches here. Spots one player from afar. This CBR4 just absolutely rips through players. Finds another one right behind the console. He hides. He doesn't get that slay just yet. Repositions, looks for another. And PJ, he might just be able to walk away with a Super C here. Jumps on out, and a clutch comes on through for PJ. Just like I said, he may not be a clutch king, but he's no stranger to clutches.
He knows the importance of taking the players out one by one, going for those picks and not going very aggressive, putting himself in a overexposed situation. And he played that absolutely perfectly. He was able to get kill after kill after kill without even taking a little bit of damage there, AJ.
I mean, it's Wasabi, but Young Jay, this is what we're talking about. Broke Boys Club, they've got some great individual talent for these SNDs. And Freezy steps up for the squad as well. That Fennec just ripping through those players, but PJ hits a double for himself as well. And it's not all equal. West Point Mamba Lowkings still down by 1 player, but PJ and D-Boss, PJ already on the 5K. They're moving on straight towards the B-bomb side, but look at the strategy from the Broke Boys Club. Everybody's backed away from the site. They're just waiting for the plant now. But do you really want to bet on just one site at Summit? Yes, that's a really sound decision. And all 3 players rotating at the same time. I like what the Broke Boys Club are doing.
Yep, they know the possibility of a B plant is very high. And right now, Seven's going to come into contact with PJ, getting a double kill and taking out the whole Broke Boys Club. They know exactly where they were hiding. They expected it, and you can see in their face, they weren't surprised to see Broke Boys Club there waiting for them. And I guess that's what their experience is like, just showing. They know exactly where to look for their opponents. And with Broke Boys being a little bit newer, they're not as experienced and they don't know where the best hiding spots are. But right now, we can see Luffy here with the DLQ sniping in Summit Search and Destroy. Not something that you see all the time, but let's see if he's going to be able to get a couple kills here.
Okay, all right, that one he hit. Susano, beautiful. Young Jay taken out of the equation, and that's definitely one of the players that you want out of the equation very quickly from the side of the Broke Boys Club. Young Jay is a phenomenal sniper. But you know, you wanna make sure you don't get those hit marks. You gotta swap out the DLQ for the Locust in the current meta, right? The current season, Locust is a little too quick, just a little too sharp with those shots. Freezy shuts down Luffy, but the bomb doesn't even need to do all that too much. Special Forces does take that 1 round right back.
And here we can see the standing 1-2 in favor of West Point Mamba Lowkings. And well, you know, Broke Boys are able to get 1 round, not too bad just yet. They still have an opportunity here, and they're playing it. I'm not sure. Well, it's hard to say, but they are going for a split here between A and B. I'm not sure how well that's going to pay off, especially with no players from West Point Mamba actually going to that A side. Maybe they should stack up a little bit more on that B side and mid. But now we're going to see some engagement between Young Jay, but he's not going to be able to get the kill just yet.
Luffy doesn't miss this time round. Beautiful shot out of the DLQ. Tries to spot yet another player, but everybody's backed away already. They want to play this safe. Good on the Broke Boys Club. I mean, it's Summit, man. The map's on your side on the defensive, so you just need to lock down some of your angles. The Young Jay's still alive and kicking, so the West Point Mamba Lowkings, they can't get too aggressive. They can't just hop on towards that bomb site. They have to be really careful. PJ, though, with that CBR4, this one's a late bloomer. He waits towards the very final seconds of these rounds, especially in the first 2 rounds. You saw him really pop off, really get those clutches in that first round, as well as the cleanup in that second round. And he's no stranger to picking off more players, but Seven finds D-Moss, and there's just no way in hell D-Moss would have liked that engagement at all.
Well, he lost it, so of course he doesn't like it. But now we are going to see a 2v4 situation between Broke Boys and West Point. Broke Boys having the lead here and bring it down to the last player on the side of West Point, Mamba Lowkings. Oh, but PJ got spotted by 7 and knocked out of the equation. Now we're going to be brought to a tie here, AJ, between Broke Boys Club and West Point Mamba Lowkings. There's definitely stronger game mode for Broke Boys compared to the respawns.
Yeah.
But again, they're not doing extreme, like they're not making a huge gap between them and West Point. West Point still giving them a run for their money, and I don't know if it's enough to close down the search and destroy game, but they need to win at least one match here.
I mean, I'll take this scoreline rather than them just getting thumped on 3-4, 4-0, 5-0, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Attacking team, it's the plant. Pressure now on the Broke Boys Club as the defenders. I mean, how in the world did they even allow that plant? I don't know, because earlier on they went on for that split. This time they just focused on to that 1 point. But look at this. West Point Mamba Lowkings pushing out so far ahead, trying to keep them on that side and trying to stop or pause or at the very least slow down this rotation. 7 does manage to still slay. Goes out looking for yet another player. Finds absolutely none. Jumps on down. CBR4 does manage to deliver. He needs to spot behind his boulder. Doesn't do it, and he will pay a high price for that one.
He did not check his corners, and he definitely paid for it, AJ. That was an easy round win for West Point Mamba Lowkings.
Yeah.
They rushed it. They pushed Broke Boys Club into a corner and pressured them with that time, and it really paid off for them. And now you can see they're taking the lead here once again. And I think maybe they might just go for that strat again and try to catch Broke Boys off guard a little bit here.
Why is Young Jay not sniping? I think the guy's probably having some connection issues or something, because, you know, in an SND, it's just so rare to see Young Jay not really pop off. You know, maybe he's just having a terrible day out there, and that's just gonna hurt the players on the side of the Broke Boys Club. But as I say it, that CBR4 does manage to take Demos out of the equation. It's a 2v3. Numbers on the side of the Broke Boys Club. Josh doesn't find anyone just yet. Young Jay just waiting for someone to approach. But that edge platform holds 2 players from the side of West Point Mamba Lowkings. The bomb looking for the B side. But they're just trying to play this as patiently as possible. 1+ minute on the clock. So they can waste quite a bit of this time.
Yup, and here we can see West Point Mamba Luffy walking around that B side, trying to spot a player. He's gonna be able to get one. The question is, does he see the other one? Looks like he's gonna back off away and regroup with his teammate here. Looks like they're going for an A rotation. But the question is, are they going to see Freezy? Freezy is going to be able to knock one down. Going to be down to the last player on the side of West Point Mamba Lowkings. It's going to be Luffy here. Left to clutch it up. Pick up that bomb. All within 35 seconds. The question is that going to be enough time for him to knock down 2 players? I don't think so.
It's a great strategy coming through from the side of Luffy, just to circle on around, but gets pinned at halfway through, doesn't get taken down. That shot does not connect. Freezy takes that backstab, perfectly played from the Broke Boys Club. It's all equal, and as anticipated, the SND matchup is gonna be pretty much the closest game between the West Point Mamba Lowkings as well as the Broke Boys Club. But you only have 2 SNDs and 3 respawns, so I'm still nervous for the Broke Boys.
Yeah, even if they win all the search and destroy matches, they have to win at least 1 respawn. And as we can see, as we saw earlier in the hardpoint match, that's a little bit of a struggle for them. Oh, Luffy with the DLQ popping off there, taking down a player with a really quick shot there. And now we're going to be down to a 3v2 situation. Again, Broke Boys having the advantage here.
I'm listening. I can hear Luffy's mind voice right now. Hit mark Mustachio, hit mark Mustachio. I'll show you what a hit mark is. Guy just went on a rampage with the DLQ, popping off. Beautiful stuff out of Luffy. And the West Point Mamba Lowkings take an easy round back. All thanks to the guy. What the hell, Luffy?
Definitely popped off there. And unfortunately, we did not really see the whole thing, but it was really cool to see. He got a triple kill there with a sniper, and now we can see our players playing it very aggressive. Most of them going for a mid push here, and the Broke Boys is going to pay for that a little bit. They're losing quite a lot. Now we're going to be down to a 3v2 situation here in favor of West Point Mamba Lowkings.
That's the situation that happens to me all the time. I shoot my opponents, they've got 1 HP left, and then I die. That's the story of my life.
Well, that's quite unfortunate, but it does happen to me as well, and I guess that's the thrill of the game here. But now we're going to be down to the last player. Seven is going to be walking around, doesn't spot the two players following him, but now he's gonna take some shots on them, misses and backs away for the reload here, AJ.
I question the decisions being made by Seven here, but I do like this rotation around. Instead of going straight up for that obvious plan at B, he wants to take at least one player out of the equation first, and he is going to find one, but the positioning by the players on the side of the West Point Mamba Lowkings just way too spicy, and they go up yet another round. 5-3. Broke Boys Club, unfortunately, just can't seem to find a break here the past 2 rounds.
Yep, and now the gap is getting wider and wider, and they have to try to turn the situation around if they want to stay in the game, because we all know they don't have the best chances in control against West Point Mamba Lowkings, and if they don't win the search and destroy, then this might be the end of them. So they really have to put up a good fight here. And now we can see Broke Boys actually going, all of them pushing together as a team, maybe trying to play for those trades. But then is, will they win their gunfights over West Point Mamba Lowkings? Because Remorse is going for a backstab, but pays for it. And now down to a 4v3.
You know, I said no carbs in the morning, but it ain't the morning no more. So I wouldn't mind a donut. West Point Mamba Lowkings. Young Jay, beautiful strike from afar. Luffy gets taken out of the equation. 3v2. Numbers not on the side of the Broke Boys Club, but they do have the attack and the bomb still strong in their hands. Z-Man circling around, but Yopi finds them. Young Jay slays him down. But isn't it a little too late for you to wake up, Mr. Young Jay?
Now, West Point Mamba Lowkings at match point. Do you think, AJ, I have a question for you. I want you to answer this. Do you think Broke Boys is going to have an opportunity to turn things around here?
Nope.
Straight up answer. I mean, it definitely will be quite a shock if they're going to be able to win it. But again, West Point Mamba Lowkings, they're going to have to close down the game as soon as possible. Z-Man, what was he thinking?
Mat bro. He finishes it off. Beautiful shot by Luffy. But Z-Man just popping his own head off there in the final round. You know, yeah, I guess my answer stands. Nope.
Well, now we're going to be down to a 2v5 situation. Not looking very good for the side of Broke Boys, AJ. And now Wopi is going to get one. Now, last player, 7, has to clutch this up. But unfortunately, he gets spotted. And Yopi's going to take home the win. 7-3 in favor of West Point Mamba Lowkings.